everyone, this is Genevieve again. It's been a while since I've last made a video and posted it. Right now, I want to just kind of share a little bit of what I've gone through in regards to being in school for a while and just kind of like how that journey has been for me mentally. I was in Valencia Community College. I started off with theater. I really enjoyed the performative arts. It was just really getting into that space where like I can meet other people that knew how to act, and it was a great time. I didn't really look too ahead around the time. Like I was thinking more about what I like to do with rather than will it support me in the long run. And so, I feel like that is something that unfortunately like a lot of people have to like think about. I never really found something to do too much in that degree. I got into a little bit of screenwriting, but it wasn't something that I really liked doing. I would say that my college experience has taken a while, not just because of like taking a break from certain semesters and struggles throughout those years, but it was also because I think I've mentioned that I am someone that I tend to like a lot of different things, and I autopiloted a lot of the time that I wasn't used to it from the beginning. But it wasn't until I finally got into journalism. So when like the first year that I got into journalism, I didn't really see myself in journalism yet. I went through the journalism route thinking that, okay, you know what, maybe I can just put that aside and just take this really linear route of journalism. For some reason, there's some kind of void that I feel that I can no longer ignore it. And it's been a tough year, but at the same time, it's also been just a lot of like life lessons learned, and not just with school. And it's changed me so much since the beginning of this year. I can't be any more thankful for all those good experiences and bad experiences. So it takes quite a bit to finally get to the point to be able to say something like this, but I don't regret those experiences because they shape who I am today. That's not to say that I'm still not going through tough times, but I do firmly believe that a lot of things will improve. So going back to, what I felt I was missing in journalism, I had to reflect back on my graphic designing skills, my acting skills, music, everything in the art field. It took me a while to pursue this path because I didn't see other people have the same journalistic strategy. And so, if you've heard of imposter syndrome, that's totally what I went through this year as well. I decided that I would gain experience in freelancing rather than pursuing an internship. A little bit has to do with just the circumstances in my life. I also have to balance gaining some type of experience while supporting myself financially. And a lot of opportunities were non-paid, and the ones offered by my school, I don't want to say this in a offensive way, it became underwhelming. Kind of why I held it back pursuing an internship in journalism. I wasn't happy with that decision because I wish like I knew sooner exactly like what is it that I wanted from journalism. Also, I did actually win an intern as well, but I decided not to go through it. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't. That's not to say that I didn't like camera work or writing or the podcast or all those aspects. It's more so the feeling of if I take an internship, I feel like I'm losing that time of discovering exactly what has been feeling empty in this field. So that's why I took the freelance route instead of pursuing an intern where my decisions would be more concrete. And I think I wanted to be more spontaneous when it came to discovering more of journalism this year. So yeah, there was pros and cons about that because at the same time, I also could have had those abilities to gain a network even if I wasn't satisfied with the internship. But at the same time, I felt like I made some networking experiences through freelancing on my own. I shouldn't let my school determined to be the only place that I learned. I think that was kind of my mistake, and not just for journalism, but just my entire time in college. I don't think I trusted myself before to think that applying multiple skills together would go well for me. I feel like this year, in regards to school, I have learned about really thinking through those hurdles where you think that applying something different is going to be criticized. So I've learned from this experience in UCF not really care about what a lot of people think. I also learned this year that your experiences, no matter what decision you take, it's not a waste of time, even if you took like a route that you didn't want to take. But I think with each decision you make, you learn something different than if you chose the initiative. You are more than likely going to be able to apply those things to what you like to do. Being in school has certainly taught me that. I feel that a lot of my journalism experience is going to be combined a lot with my entrepreneur skills that I'm still developing. And of course, with my services, journalism side, I haven't launched it yet because it's in the transitions of jobs while job searching. So people will be able to make appointments to when they want their order received. So that's going to be part of the services. On top of school, I've also been doing brand ambassador work. I've met a lot of people. I've made great connections. I've learned things about myself that before I didn't give myself the chance to do that I started to do now. And I picked it up back again because I do think marketing is important in the journalism field. My school taught me that, it's important to not lose sight of humanity of reporting, not just the pay. It's a bit of journalism things that I put on the side this year because brand ambassador field and networking with other people in the media, it's going to benefit me in the long run, find them in my journalism career, on top of the things that I'm already passionate for that I didn't think would serve me in journalism. So there's just so many things that from the bad, the good comes out of it, because when you have a breakthrough that you realize that's part of the growing process. So I'm glad that I've learned a lot of things that I didn't think that I would gain from this year. My next content is going to be this new social application that's kind of like replica of Twitter. It's called 𝗪𝗏. So I recently signed up and I'm going to be navigating it on the next video. So thank you so much guys for listening to my TED Talk, and take care.